at the Whitney Plantation. Louisiana and New Orleans specifically is so much more than just a fun spot to go and get drunk. The state of Louisiana has lots of history and culture, and New Orleans in particular was actually a port where a good chunk of slaves that were transported on the transatlantic slave trade came through. My people actually are from Louisiana, and while they may or may not have actually come through the Whitney Plantation, it's very important to us to not only come here as adults, but also to bring Rue here so that she can understand where her roots come from. Some of the rest of this vlog may not be on the most upbeat, but I encourage you to challenge those feelings and still watch it. And if you're coming to Louisiana, to come and experience either the Whitney Plantation or something similar to it. will have all of my thoughts on the blog. If you have the funds, I would encourage you to arrange a private tour. Our tour guide's name was Cheryl, and she's actually from the local community and adds her own flavor to the tour. Hers is a little bit longer and definitely more in depth. The other thing that I would caution, and I'll expand on this more in the blog, is that if you are unfamiliar with the slave trade, which you should not be, but if you are, or if you're bringing young children, I encourage you to go on the Whitney Plantation website, download the curriculum that they provide for school students so that you and your children can have some kind of a basis before you go there. Have your questions, but make sure that they're not rooted in patriarchy, racism, classism, elitism. We experience that today. Yes, and that way you can have a dialogue with your children, especially if you're world schooling or homeschooling. We are back in the French Quarter now, and we are headed to get something to eat and do a little bit more exploring.